Hi, this is Carrie Cooper for Guitar Centre's Focus on Rock. Now, all great rock and roll studios have a plethora of tales, secrets, and a whole lot of legacy. But few are as fascinating and downright cool as the story of Air Studios in Montserrat, nestled deep within a violent volcano exclusion zone. This story, put simply, has it all. Derelict recording studios, prolific rock recordings, natural disaster, and one courageous, intrepid photographer. Now sitting defunct and decaying in the Caribbean, Air Studios, or Associated Independent Recording, is located in Montserrat, right on the border of a volcano exclusion zone, following an explosive eruption in 1995 in the Soufriere Hills that led to the evacuation of the majority of the population there. 12 meters of mud flowed through the town, with Air Studios on the tail end of that destruction, where now it sits covered in mud and ash, slowly rotting away in a tropical overgrowth. Recently, Australian urban photographer Shane Thomas travelled to the Caribbean and managed to sneak into the Decaying studios to take a series of stunning shots of the musical devastation. The recording gear rusting, the swimming pool rotting, the one grand pathway now just a pale shadow of its rock and roll heyday. Built by the late Sir George Martin during the mid-70s, he wanted to create a studio that not only boasted the most advanced technology for recording at the time, but also gave bands a secluded space in which to live in together on site, to churn out the most focused and highest quality albums. At least 67 albums were recorded at Air by legends including Dire Straits, Duran Duran, Lou Reed, The Rolling Stones, Elton John, Michael Jackson, The Police, Stevie Wonder, Black Sabbath, Eric Clapton, and more. The Police, upon recording Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, decided to film the entire music video there too. And in the video you can actually see Sting dancing across the soundboard in the editing room. So George wanted to build the ultimate getaway from a recording studio and succeeded on every level. Air Studios in Montserrat offered all of the technical facilities of its London predecessor, but with the advantages of an exotic location. Keith Richards said of the place, "If you've got everybody on a little island with nowhere to go, and you're actually almost living in the studio, then you get a lot more done quicker." Tragically, the Rolling Stones' 1989 album, Steel Wheels, would be one of the last ever albums to be recorded there. Prior to what would be the final nail in the coffin for Air in the form of the 1995 volcano, 1989 saw a Category 4 hurricane that destroyed 90% of the island's structures. In 2011, an archaeology team called SLAM surveyed the ruins of Air Studios and paint the picture perfectly. The contrast between the vibrant video recordings of musicians previously working and playing in these spaces and the current state of silence and utter dereliction was shocking. The door to the recording studio hanging off its hinges and engulfed in tropical overgrowth, many rooms partially flooded, roofs and floors sagging and rotting, the pool full of sludge and volcanic ash blowing everywhere around. For those who are thinking, well, this might make an interesting day out during a Caribbean holiday, perhaps think again. A mammoth wasp colony has now decided to make the ruins their permanent home, with nests dangling from every ceiling, wall and window pane. Locals from the area, though, having never heard Western music before this project of Sir George's back in the 70s, have claimed this slice of rock and roll legend as their own. In fact, the team at the Soccer Cabana bar on the northern tip of the island somehow managed to pillage the wooden bar from inside the studios, a bar that many an aforementioned rock giant would pour themselves a well-deserved cold one, encouraging punters to drink at the bar of the stars. This is Carrie Cooper for Guitar Centre's Focus on Rock. You can shop for the greatest selection of music gear in-store or at guitarcentre.com.